For the east elevation, there's really only very few measurements we're going to have to actually take because we have a lot of those measurements from our floor plan and also from our south elevation. I'm going to use Excel for this as well to put some guidelines, but I'll do it kind of in a little bit of a different way where instead of just adding all of them at once, I'll kind of just add them as I need them or go. So what I'm actually going to do first is take a floor plan and kind of make a copy of it and then rotate it so that way I can project down some of the measurements I want for my um, for like locations of my walls, windows, and doors. So I'm going to highlight my whole floor plan. I'm going to right click, copy selection. Base point of where I'm grabbing it by sort of kind of doesn't matter because I'm just going to put it somewhere. And then I'll hit escape a bunch of times, highlight it all again, and then I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to right click on it, rotate, grab it by a point, and then I'm just going to rotate it 90 degrees or 270 degrees so it's facing straight down. I'm going to switch my layer over to a anodef point, and I'm going to draw some XL lines. So I'm just going to do XL, enter. I'm just going to do them just from the very edges of the buildings. So I'm going to do from building very corner here, enter to end the command, enter to go right back in, another one from my building corner here, and then another one from my building corner up here. And hit enter again. I'll do the same thing for my building heights that I already figured out from my south elevation. So I'm going to do another XL for my grade, enter to end it, enter to start back up. For my bottom of floor, or my top of my foundation wall, another construction line from my top of floor, another construction line for my top of wall, and then another one right at the tippy top of my roof. So for where my roof is and the bottom of my roof. And so what this is doing is it's already figuring out like my heights for my building for me already. So I'm going to start my trim tool, keyboard shortcut TR, enter. And I'm just going to immediately slice all around this box off because that will then help me kind of figure out my building. And some of this stuff I might have to even bring back a little bit, but that's okay. It's just going to help me figure out, where does my building's kind of footprint for my east elevation sit? Whoop, there we go. So it's giving me just my overall outline of my building here. I'll hit escape a bunch of times. I'm just going to click and extend this line out here for my grade or my ground and switch it to my red. And then I'm going to switch, see the line here. I'm going to bring that up to the bottom of my floor. And switch those to green. Now this line here, I can't switch it to my ceiling height, but really I need to even bring it down just a little bit too. I need to bring it down 8 inches for my porch anyway. So I'm just going to offset, bring it down, then I'll hit escape, and I can either pull on grips or use trim and extend to adjust. All of those in a line 3. Oh, I hit escape too fast again. Now this will be my top of floor and my top of wall, which I'll put in A line 5, but I will give them a property override to make them hidden. And then my lines here will be in that blue layer. Since this is coming from my very outside here, I'm going to bring it in. So last time we went out, this time I'll just bring them in on either side. So I'm going to switch my layer to A line 3, and I'm going to draw a line in for the thickness of my siding and sheathing, and then straight down. And then I'll do another one here in and straight down. Next, I'm going to use some XL lines again to just figure out where this window goes instead of having to measure the window out again. So I'll switch my layer to AutoCAD def points. I'll use XL to go straight down. I'll use XL again to go straight down for my rough opening. And I'll do the same thing for my windows over here, is I'll use XL to go from where the top of the window is and the bottom of the window. So essentially what this has done is it's figured out exactly where my window is supposed to go over here without me really having to measure anything. I could either just copy this window from over here. If I want to use the window from insert, I absolutely can, but I want to make sure that I'm not in the def point layer anymore as I insert it, because otherwise it will not show up in my final product, and that would probably bum you out. And so then I can insert that window into that opening and delete those lines that helped me find it. I'll do a similar process too for my steps here. So I'm going to use my AutoCAD def point, keyboard shortcut XL to figure out where my outside of my steps are. And then even for my heights. So I'll continue to use XL for the top of my step. And then I can use my trim tool to trim out my steps. Without having to measure anything. Just delete these extra ones. Whoops, still gonna have to do some deleted. Let's do another trim there. But since they're in def point, technically these lines could stay, but that's gonna hurt my eyeballs. And I'll do the same for that little toe. So I'll do keyboard shortcut XL. I'll go from that gray hidden line. And really, I'll hit escape a bunch and pan down. Only reason for that was to figure out just where this kind of toe was going to. And then I'll draw a line. Whoop, not an XL line, just a regular line. At right angle. Delete these three. Delete these three. And then I will adjust their layer. I believe they're going to be magenta. She says with just confidence, and good thing she was wrong because they're blue. Good thing she checked. I'll put them on my blue layer, on my medium layer. For my porch and the location of my porch, I'll do kind of a similar thing with my XL lines. So I'll use keyboard shortcut XL to figure out where my post is going. Escape a trillion times. I will trim that. And then I'll hit escape a bunch of times, delete these lines at the top. Then I'll use trim again to trim them to the floor. And I'm just going to use just the line tool to just kind of manually draw in the rest of my floor deck here. So I'll switch my layer to A-line medium. And I'm going to draw, I could do a line or a polyline, straight across, straight down. And if I'm unsure, I could check my written specs, or again, if I hover over that point, it could show me where the two meet. And then I'll use trim again to cut that out. I want to change that then to be blue, as well as my columns. Really, this column should stay down here. So I'm going to make that line a little shorter. I'll switch myself to my blue layer, draw a new line here. Switch those to be blue. And then before we do our hatch, I usually do my hatches kind of as my last step, is I'm going to put in my little privacy screen here. So these are our 1x6 boards. We are going to draw them again just to be 6 inches. So sometimes, again, we just love to ignore those rules of actual versus nominal. I'm going to make one and then either use the array tool or the copy tool to just kind of place them all the way up, going up our wall here, or up our porch here rather. So I'm going to create a line medium, a rectangle from one corner of my porch to the other that is 6 inches tall. I think I want to just double check. Yeah, so I only have it going just straight from the pole there instead of straight from that edge, which is not a big deal because I can click on that rectangle and just move it over so it is just perfectly flush on that column. I'm going to use the move tool as well. So that's click on your object, right click, move. And I'm going to move this whole thing up 6 inches. So that way it's just not sitting straight on that ground. And then I'm going to use the array function to, this time I want just one column. And I want, if they're 6 inches tall with a 6-inch space, I want 1 foot spacing. And I'll just figure out how many rows do I want. I'm just playing a game with that number. I'll hit escape. And then I'm going to use trim to just cut that column out inside of each of these. And then lastly for this view is I'm going to hatch, just like I did over here. So I could refer to my written specifications for like my hatch settings. But if I was also like a little unsure, I could click on this hatch pattern and like my properties panel tells me like the angle, the scale, and I'm also told up here. So I'm going to switch my layer to a Anopat. I'm going to start the hatch tool, which other fun fact, it will always give you the same settings that you last used. Since the last thing I did was hatch my elevation, I can just continue to use that same pattern here. It's claiming it's not closed, but if I zoom in, it will stop lying to me. And then I can hit escape a bunch of times. I'll save my work. So I've been saving each time. I've been doing a save as and making a different copy of my drawing. So just in case like I've made a huge giant mistake later on, like I don't have to undo a bunch of work. I could just go back to a version where I didn't have a huge giant mistake. And then we will have one more drawing left to complete, which is going to be our section view.